Good afternoon, Just Warriors. My goodness, I'm so happy to see you guys, even though you're not here yet. I'll give you a couple of minutes before I really get rolling. And let's make sure that the sound is good. Mark's here. Woohoo. All right, Mark, we're on. Nice to see you, sir. How are you? Yeah, I mentioned in your live this morning, I had a really rough night. It was pretty gnarly, but as I always like to say, if having a rough night is my biggest problem today, I am one lucky son of a biatch, okay? Because all's well that ends well. Who's live? I At the end of Ara's live, I discussed it briefly. I'm not going to discuss it here just because I'm trying to start fresh. Bex, you guys are the bomb. You don't know how happy I am to see you. I could just cry. So let's do our thing. Let's do our creepy thumb. I got one creepy thumb. I got another creepy thumb. I got the cute little tiny black thumb that I drew on here. Please subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed. And please share a video of mine that you think is good, that if you know somebody that you think might like it. And what else? Turn on your notification bell to ring. See, if I don't have it written down right in front of me, my brain goes blank. It's part of that whole like stage fright thing, right? Right, Mark? It's funny, isn't it? Because sometimes we get on a roll and we can just run with it. And other times we're like, wait a second, did I have something I came on here to say? What was it? So, yeah, I always have to have my notes. But, I have so many notebooks going, and then I have to find all those notebooks to bring them with me to the set, to the screen, to run down the ideas. But really, I have at least an hour. So I'd like to try to do a longer live today. I don't know that I can because I haven't had any food yet and I might starve to death. I didn't bring anything with me. I just have my water. But like I said, it was a rough night. So slow getting started. I'm here. Everything's fine. I'm really happy about that. My sound, I think, is working. My lights are working. My crew is here. Let me keep up with you guys. Yeah, I hate those rough nights. I did not see Ara live last night. I was trying to sleep. So, yeah, I couldn't sleep. Things were on fire. And I mean, not literally on fire, but kind of parallel to that. And it was unnerving. So, even after um, things were, uh, shall we say, contained, it still was very difficult for me to fall asleep because, I was just kind of going. Anyway, I did have a really good time being a guest on Ara's after party live that she did after Watts the Obsessions live. So Kelly went live for almost 3 hours and then Ara went live for almost 3 hours. And they are so cool. You guys, we all have different opinions about things, like me, Ara, Shan, Kelly, Ninja Chihuahua, Mark, Divine Justice, aka Mrs. G, the Honey Badger, and all the other lovely people that we consider like part of our squirrel squad. I don't think Kelly considers herself part of the squirrel squad, but I'd say that she could be if she wanted, right? I mean, she's a Watts the Obsession. But anyway, my point, I think I had one. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. I want to do a nice long live. Um, it was a crazy, crazy night, like probably the craziest that I've had in the years that my husband's been a first responder. And like I said, if you're interested in it, you can find out more details in the last few minutes of me being a guest on ours live. I'm not here to talk about my personal life. I'm happy to discuss it when I feel like it's relevant. And, I certainly don't want to like leave you guys out in the dark. So I will discuss some personal things, but I'm here to talk about these cases. I'm here to talk about Kiely, and I did not get pre-authorization from uh, MC Ultra or TF. We all know what that stands for, right? And I did finish listening to Ninja Chihuahua's latest video that I'm gonna put a link to in the description, and I love her for breaking down the BS. So I really appreciate that. You know, it's no fun to like get distracted by all the pissing contests or whatever it is you want to call it, all the drama, all the pissing and moaning. It's not fun, but I feel like it's absolutely necessary. So, like, I was completely in the dark of what was going on with the drama. Some people had mentioned it in the Squirrel Squad about Jewels of All Trades. Did I say it right? Jewels of All Trades and Harsh Reality. So I caught up on that by watching Jewels of All Trades' very last video, and I will put a link to that in my description too. And I give her a huge shout out for just being straight, you know? I mean, that's all any of us can do, you guys. And we might try to portray ourselves a certain way or make our show a certain way, but all we can do is be true to ourselves. If we're not doing that, we got nothing to show you. We got nothing to share. I mean, that's just the reality of life. And I'm honored to have you guys here. I'm honored to be a part of this community, and let's just get on with it. Damn it. Yeah, I hate those rough nights. Okay, I didn't highlight that one. And it was crazy. Like my head hurts. I don't get a lot of headaches, but I kind of have a bit of one today. But like I said, if that's my biggest problem today, I am so freaking lucky. I will just kiss the sky. Seriously. It could be so much worse than a freaking headache, right? LOL, so true. Hey, Bex, good to see you. Long time no see. Right, Bex and I were in Mark's live this morning. So that was nice to wake up to see you on, Mark. Thank you for being so true to yourself and true to Kiely, and screw these nut jobs trying to tell us like what cases we can and can't discuss. It's kind of laughable, and it's also extremely pathetic. So much the pot calling the kettle black. They're like, get a life, get a hobby, help other people. Why should we help other people when the person that we feel compelled to help is Kiely, whether she is still of this earth or not? She's the one that we want to help. We all have interests in helping other people as well, but many of us, I think Mark and I are a couple, probably Ninja and Shan, we started our channel for Kiely. You know, I might not have ever started a channel if not for Kiely. I got very close to starting a channel with the Suzanne Morphew case. I think there was the Gabby Petito case, I got close. And then with Kiely Rodni, I was just like, damn it, I'm doing this now. Not taking another minute to think about it, just doing it. And I'm so glad that I have, because I love it. There's a lot of stress around having your own channel, and there's a lot of fulfillment. And all I can say is if you're considering having your own channel, bite the bullet and do it. And you know, the learning curve is rough, but there's a lot of us here that are more than happy to help you, right? Mark, right. Why short ones work best for me. I know. And see, I used to be like that when I was new a year and a half ago. I don't know. My first few videos were probably close to an hour long, usually. I think my third video was short. That was the one that went viral and has like 20,000 views, and it was probably like under 20 minutes. I can't make sense of any of it. I just shoot from the hip and do what I do. And yeah, as long as I am taking care of myself and I have time, I'm just so happy to be here with you guys. I'm so happy to have a voice. That's really what it's all about, is finding your voice and just accepting yourself, warts and all, you know, and accepting others, warts and all. Ranch Boss says, hello everyone, leaving my house, going to pick up the pup at the vet. Do not able to chat, so just listening in. Oh, thanks for saying hi, and I hope that puppy is well. I've got my doggie in the room. Come here, Mookie. I brought her in to be on the star of my show. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh no, pins and needles. I get it. Stress. Okay. Yeah, completely. Not knowing if your spouse is going to come home at the end of the shift is not a good feeling. I mean, that's just real life with any profession and any shift, but it's sometimes more relevant than other times. So this little girl is so cute, and she is just the best. And I'm always so happy when she's healthy. And Mark, I know, can relate. I mean, she's only 8, I think, but we all get old so quick. Time just flies. Anyway, I'm trying to keep up with you guys. She's licking my arms. She's a sweetheart. Yeah, the pins and needles, Mark. Let me highlight that one because seriously, my skin has been feeling like pins and needles, like literally. I don't think I have any hives or rashes. I don't even know if I'm red, but I can feel it, and I was feeling it last night, big time. And luckily, I had a yoga weekend, so that's probably why I'm not hives and rashing. Because if I was hives and rashing, I wouldn't want to come on live. I mean, especially with bare arms, right? And it's just warm in here, so sorry for the bare arms. Bare it all. Anyway, um, I'll be listening while I'm working. Very cool, Bex. What kind of work do you do if you want to share? Hello, CB. And I don't get it. Mark says, are we here for fighting or for good? Oh, I know. I know. Well, I never understood that phrase when I was young, fighting for peace. I was like, that's ridiculous. You can't fight for peace, but you have to fight for peace. You're never going to have peace if you don't kick some arse, right? You have to fight for peace. It's crazy. Wait, we are a couple. News to me. Thanks, guys. Let's see. L laugh my arse off. A couple of channels are only Kiely focused. Squirrels is here, present. Love and blessings to all. Hey, Shan, thanks for coming in. Thank you, everybody. A couple of brilliant minds. Oh, you're so sweet, CB. And you too. I mean, it's so awesome to have uh the chat. The chat is where it's at. Otherwise, I would just make short videos without all the reading of your magnificent comments. So it's nice to have that. It just give it a lot. It gives it a lot more texture and depth. And thanks for being here, you guys. Thick skin, and I can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. Mark. Yes, we all have to thicken our skin. And yeah, that was what seeing other content creators that didn't really seem like they. I don't know, it's just nice to see people like really down to earth doing their thing because that was what inspired me. I'd see some channels like let's just say MC Ultra, for instance, and you just be like, well, if she can do it, then certainly I might be able to. I'd at least have a chance. I get so funny about my straps. They're just, I want them to be hidden under my hair. Thank you very much. I'm sure you guys care very much about my straps, right? Let's see. And that's just part of the problem with having a channel and being a girl is you got this whole thing to worry about on top of everything else. Right, Shan, Mark, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Many bright people, almost all here are sharp. Yeah, there are so many bright people with and without channels. And, I mean, I was raised by a narcissistic father who thought he was much smarter than everybody around him. And he did have an extremely high IQ, but we've discussed this before. He had a very low emotional intelligence, which is so often the case. And as soon as you think you're smarter than other people, you're stupid. I mean, most people that are extremely smart, would lose their skulls if their heads weren't attached to their bodies. I mean, Einstein's a perfect example. He was a genius, and I don't think he knew how to check his mail, right? There's those things. So many things. Hope dog is good. Ranch. Oh, Ranch is having puppy dog health things. Oh, well, picking up from the vet. Cute puppy alert. Yes, I know she's on my lap now, you guys. I love her so much. She'll make my pins and needles on my skin probably go away because she's just a soft little love bug. Blessings and love to you, Shan and chat. Hiya, Bex. Have to listen only now. Puppy walk. Awesome, Mark. See, and that's so good. You mentioned that you went running the other day, and I was like, dude, what about your knees? Because I think you're my age, and I like the idea of running, but my knees do not like the idea of it. Happy birthday to your boy, Shan. Is today your son's birthday? My husband's birthday was the day before yesterday. Oh, and happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. Belated happy St. Patty's Day. I've got my green necklace and earrings on. Bracelets are not green. Sure, it's green, but you can't really tell. It kind of looks blackish or dark gray, but it's a nice green. Anyway, so don't pinch me. I know that was yesterday, but still. Disability claim appeals. Oh, very cool. That's what you do for work, Bex. I like it. Disability claim appeals. That's got to be interesting. Happy birthday, Fee. Thank you, CB. He just downloaded his new DLC for Dead by Daylight. I told him he needs to pause from 3 to 7 for celebrations. Did he get the day off of school, or is it a non-school day for him? My kids don't have school today, so that's always puts me at a later time in the day for my live. And hello, hello, hello. I love having channels. People can unite in freedom of thought and expression. What? Freedom of thought and expression? I don't know. I'm going to have to text MC Ultra and TF to make sure that that's okay with them, because I don't think we're allowed to talk about a case that they don't want us to talk about. Makes sense, right? Because why should we be helping one person when we could be helping another person? And this person is not someone that they want us to help. So we should not do that because it bothers them for whatever reason. Why would it bother them? They're making themselves sus. And I guess for that, we can thank them. I mean, we don't know who this TF dude is. Maybe it's somebody like, I don't know, those content creators that seem to be in the MC Ultra bucket. But why does she defend Zanime? Why in the world would anybody want to defend that crazy bitch ass hoe? There, I said it. Hopefully YouTube won't be mad at me. All right. Love is an act. Today, I'm like, love? Where did I get that? Today is an Act 80 day, and I love it for him. I have no idea what Act 80 is. If you want to share, Shan. I'm going to guess that's something to do with gaming, because I'm clueless about gaming. It is interesting. Sometimes not so much. Hey, harsh one, Shelly. Nice to see you. And Katie Bug. Well, surely you all heard the scary news, right? Which scary news? Please do share. I do not know, but I've got a few things to share, you guys. I caught some information. This is why I like listening to a lot of conversations, like interviews and interrogations. I've been listening and re-listening to a lot of those around the Russ tragedy, and you'll never guess what I found. And I think it is relevant in a way. It might not be, but I think it is. So I'm going to just spit it out really quick. Hannah Gutierrez Reed, her father is not her biological father. Allegedly, according to what's his name, Seth Kenny, who's known her dad forever. He said this in one of his Drip Drop, or one of the interviews that Drip Drop put out on his channel, and I'll put a link to it. He said that Hannah's mom cheated on her dad when he was on a set, and that's why she has a different last name, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, rather than her dad's last name, which is just Reed. So that could be completely irrelevant. He raised her as his own daughter, but that kind of stuff can really mess with a child's head when that's how they come into the world. And that could be why she has the personality that people nicknamed her Cosmic Corpse. That could be why she's so freaking snotty and disrespectful to authority when there's a deceased person on the set that she was responsible for the gun safety of. It could very well have a lot to do with the whole case. So I appreciate Crime Circus very much for the work that he puts out on the YouTube land. And Seth Kenny, I appreciate him because he didn't need to say that. Like, that was like totally extra. Like, why is he even saying that? But, for that we can thank him. And maybe it's not true, but he knows Hannah's dad very well. He's known Mr. Reed for decades because of the business that they're in. I just thought it was fascinating. All weekend, I was dying to come on and share that with you. I'm curious if you have any thoughts about it. I'm going to try to stay up to speed and then get back to the notes. Let's see. Thank you, CB. He just downloaded his new DLC. Oh, wait, I read that part. Where are we? Where are we? Why did I get lost? The scary news, Katie Bug. Well, surely y'all heard the scary news, right? Hola, Jazz. Hey, Fred Field and Jackie Bushable. Nice to see you guys. Sending you light and love before the end of the show. Hoping that we can all be here together for like another hour or so. Let's see how this goes. And what? Oh shit, Mrs. G. Well, wait, what's Mrs. G? Does she have her channel back yet? Is she the scary news? And Squirrels on Fire, you got your channel back? Act 80 of 1969 authorities the Secretary of Education to grant an exception to the 180-day requirement. Okay. I don't know what the 180-day requirement is. Like, is that like, oh, is that like school days? Is that what you're talking about? What's the obsession, girlfriend? Look at you. You're so cool. Thank you for coming on to my chat. I love it. And Squirrel Squad Unite. So, Watts, Kelly, I was at the beginning of the show talking about you and the Squirrel Squad, and I was like, well, Kelly could be one of the Squirrel Squad if she wanted to be, but I don't know that you want to be. But I mean, Ara and you are so tightly intertwined, and you and I are relatively intertwined, and you and Shan, and I know you care a lot about Kylie's case, and I think most of the Squirrel Squad cares a lot about the Watts case. And the two cases have so much in common because you've got complete effery, you've got these crazy biatch arse hoes that are like skating away from consequences for their insane actions, potentially fatal actions. And then the cover-ups from law enforcement. And you know what? I've had it with that crap. I've had it with violence. I've had it with bullcrap law enforcement. I've had it with bullcrap. Haven't you? And Katie, I wonder how it's been handled. LOL. And we're so happy. What's up? That's a good one. Shan is always on top of the funny stuff, just like Mark. That is so cute. What's up, girlfriend? Xena, Justice Warrior, Truth for Kylie, Truth for them all. Yeah, I've been trying to find What's the Obsession's first live panel that she had me as a guest star on, simply to review for educational purposes only, right? I mean, it's good to review things. It's fun, it's interesting. Sometimes it can be tedious. But if you have a link for that, Kelly, if you want to shoot it to me, that would be awesome. Like text it to me, or if you felt like putting it in the chat so other people could check it out too, that might be fun. Might be embarrassing, but that's okay. That's the whole thing with being a content creator and thickening your skin and eating your humble pie and just saying it's okay. It's all okay, right? Hopefully she shows all deleted videos. Let's not forget the real threats or the R threats, doxing threats. Does anyone also remember her own daughter telling her to stop threatening people in that live MC did? She's completely out of control and dumb AF. And, I think that her friend TF is just as ridiculous. But, we all say AF, but we also say TF, right? Like WTF. I mean, that's his name as far as I'm concerned. We'll just start calling him that, WTF. And WTO. Let's see. One thing FAFO. I don't know what that means, Shan. You're just too far ahead of me. You need to slow down, girl. Shan is like running circles around us with her squirrels being on fire and all that. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. I'm about to head out, but I'm listening. Awesome. Thank you so much, people, for being here. And I never lost my channel. Right. I'm just waiting for my strikes to be lifted and videos to be reinstated. Right. I could still look up your channel. Right. But I thought you were like put in YouTube jail where you weren't allowed to drop a video for a few days. But yeah, there's a big difference. So it is good to be clear about that. Hacking threats. Yeah. Oh man, Ara got threatened at the end of her live last night, right after she. I hope it's okay with her that I mention it. Watch Ara's live. I will put a link to it in the description here. She was being so patient with the Canadian channel that was also in your chat, Kelly, and or was that one not in your chat? Maybe you might have blocked them. I can't remember now. Anyway, Ara was being extremely flexible and polite with that content creator in the chat, and it was really annoying. Actually, that was one of the reasons why I did hop up on her panel, was to just try to derail the derailing, basically. I mean, it was her show. Like, let her take her show where she wants to take it. And then right when she finally was like, I'm done, I'm muting you, this is ridiculous, then some brand new person or handle came into the chat and basically threatened her, like, I'm gonna expose you, Ara. Like, what? I mean, Ara's got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to hide. Shan's got nothing to hide. Kelly's got nothing to hide. If we had things to hide, we wouldn't be coming on to the YouTube. But then I think that some people come on to YouTube in efforts to create the fake narrative. And we know who those people are. In our humble opinions, everything I say is simply my opinion for the sake of opening up a discussion, hoping to start a conversation and learn something, be educational, and grow and change and make the world safer for myself and for everyone else here. And all the videos that I've made to date have been made for YouTube. It's an entertainment platform. So got all that. Back to catching up with you guys. Sounds like I'm a Squirrel Squad candidate for sure. All you guys. I love all you guys. Right. You are like an honorary Squirrel Squad member, right? It's all been on you, public piece for all to see. And see, that's the thing, is it is cool to have the little community, and I think people get jealous of that, and there's no reason to be. Like, you can start your own community, or if you like a certain community, then do what you can to be a part of it. And You don't have to agree with everything. Like, we hope that everybody has their own ideas, their own opinions, their own discernment. And all of our opinions and ideas and discernments change over time, hopefully, if we're keeping an open mind. Kelly, before you go, can you tell me and the squad here if you know yet what day you're going to have the Tilted Lawyer on your channel? Because I think that's awesome. I think that is so awesome. Um, let's see. I'm just screaming truth for Kiely, truth for them all. Exactly. And right, by focusing on one case, it's really good to stay focused. It's easy to get distracted. Like, there's thousands of cases that could use our attention, but we're trying to stay focused and go with the flow and, follow our own, the beat of our own drums, our own instinct, our own intuition. I've said it so many times and I will say it again and again. I am just so happy to not be the only one out here screaming and crying for Kiely, because when I started my channel, that was what I foresaw, was that I would be screaming and crying for justice for Kiely until she got it, which I figured might not be ever. And I didn't know that other people would do that with me. I mean, at the time, there were a lot of people talking about her case. It was very much trending, but we all know how that goes. People have short attention span and on to the next thing. But I'm not like that usually. Like, when I get focused on something, I get focused on something. If you want to call it obsession, I don't freaking care. We're each our own people. Let's see, where did it go? I've been using SoFire to build that channel up. I'm debating which channel I'll use for the nonprofit. We'll see. And I love the name too. SoFire is actually, I think, to me, it's a better name even than Squirrels on Fire. I just like SoFire. I think it's cool. Kind of like TF or AF. It's just nice and short. SoFire. Sofo. Squirrel, sorry that happened. Sounds like some BS came your way. I hate that. Absolutely. And it's stressful, but Shan is one of those people that it propels her further. So for that, we can thank those ridiculous fools. WTAF and FADO. So I don't know what the FADO is. I mean, I know a lot of those like military terms like snafu and those can be fun, right? Squirrel says, Katie Bug, I have almost all of it. Eventually it'll be released in Saturday Squirrels cartoons. Oh, that's lovely, Shan. That is awesome. But I have to do a lot. I have a lot on my plate at the current. Ah ha ha. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, I'm trying to stay focused and keep it simple, like with my YouTube channel, with my yoga. I am loving both. And I found out the other day that I am not the first channel to try to do YouTube yoga, true crime. Kelly tried it too. And yeah, it just don't work, does it? But I thought that was hilarious. Do you know, are there any others that you've heard of, Kelly? Other channels that have tried to combine the YouTube channel concepts, the genres of yoga and true crime? Because it seems pretty far-fetched, but also, like, justice is the theme for both, in my opinion. So that's how I feel about them anyway. And yes. F around and find out. Thank you. Right. Because I know that saying. I just didn't know the initials for it. FAFO. Yes, it's a good one. And yeah, I think that's like Shan's motto, right? I like to say, I pity the fool who messes with Shan, right? And I'm almost caught up with you guys. I think Katie Bug says, what? Good Lord, Kelly. He is not blocked. He's welcome to come onto my channel, but things do get out of control to the point where we have to make a temporary decision. I just don't know what the heck is motivating that person. Like, I honestly wonder if he's got a crush on NK, if it's a he, I don't know, or if it is NK, but I know he had his channel back before, I thought he did some good work on the Kiely Rodni case, but then he just went dark for a year, and then he came back with all this crazy stuff. So I don't know. I'm not into that BS, and you just don't do that in someone's chat. Like, I tend to get really chatty in people's chats, but then I try to like temper it down because I don't want to be taking it over. Like, if I'm getting too chatty in someone's chat, then I'm like, you know what? I just need to do my own show on this topic. Um, because it's important to allow content creators to create their own freaking content, right? Bex, I was catching ours live at lunch and it went away. Oh no. Yeah, ours lives do that a lot. Dang it. Because I thought it was a good one. And I always like to rewatch things when I have a chance to, I'll get a very different take on it watching it than I do when it's happening live. So a lot of times when things are happening live, I'm thinking, oh, this isn't a very good live, and then I watch it later and I'm like, what? That's great. Why was I thinking that? And probably the opposite happens too, where I'm thinking this is the greatest live ever, and then I watch it later and I'm like, yeah, that's really not a good one. But my strap is bothering me again, so I'm gonna turn. It is so funny too how the camera, the lights and the angles and all that stuff. I'm so happy with my set and my lights behind me, trying to get that lighting down. It's getting better, isn't it? Like, I had it so that it was really bright on the bottom, and I might brighten that red up again. But anyway, it's not why we're here. Not why we're here. It's just fun. I'm upset that we lost ours live. Yeah, she gets shy about them sometimes, and that's fine. It's up to her. It's her prerogative. I will have to go watch Ara. I have missed a lot lately, just trying to deal with my own issues. Truth for Kiely. Yeah, harsh one. It sounds like you've had some real health challenges, and I'm glad that you're doing better. Nice that you're doing better. I hate that for Ara, but I understand why she would make it private. Truth for Kiely. Well, and like I said, I shared a little bit about what I was going through last night because when I was trying to sign off, which took probably over an hour, I don't know, I was telling her how grateful I was to come onto the live panel to distract myself from the pins and needles that I was on about what was going on with my spouse. I mean, he's law enforcement for his financial career, and then he's a paramedic, or not, sorry, not a paramedic, an EMT and a firefighter. He does those volunteer. That's not paid work. So take that. What's your names? TF and MC Ultra. These people need to go help other people and quit making fun of our search for Kiely and go on real searches. You know what? The search for Kiely was not a real search. Nobody's making fun of it. People are making observations that nobody is looking. Nobody is organized. Scammy is the lead detective in the whole thing. And people are standing around and singing country music and fake boxing, play fighting, and crying about how they miss their lost friend. And if she just if nobody had just seen her for a couple of days, nobody would be thinking she was lost. They'd be thinking, nobody's seen her for a couple of days, right? It would take a while before you decided to determine that that means she's lost, because yeah, maybe she's like off on a rendezvous with some hot boyfriend she's all excited about, and she just wants to run away to a private island for a few days and not talk to anybody. People do that. That's why when adults disappear, police are like, we can't really do anything until it's been at least 24 hours. And, every adult has the right to cut ties and go off grid. But when people are underage, it's different. So why the F was there never a freaking Amber Alert for Kiely? And then why was her mom like, oh, well, let's get Amber Alerts in the future for other missing kids because, it's all water under the bridge for Kiely. Like, really? Because you guys hadn't found her yet. So how did you know that? How did you know it was water under the bridge? Oh, my head is spinning. Let's see. I have lots to hide. Big skeletons. Mark, you're funny. Yeah, I know. Big skeletons. You're going to need a big broom and a big rug to sweep it all under, right? Or big can of white paint to do the big old whitewash. Me too, Shelly. Fred Field, hey, Mark's Bex, Kelly. Mark's Closet. Oh, that would be a good name for your channel, Mark. So did you guys notice I changed the freaking name to my channel? Like it just came to me on Saturday morning at the beginning of the yoga weekend. And I was like, man, I need to change the name of my channel to Justice A to Z Love Saves Lives. And I did it and I'm happy. I never thought I would change it, but I just had to. The spirit moved me and I feel like it's a message that I want to put out there to the world. Like love saves lives, literally every freaking day. Love will save the day every freaking day. God, I hate the way this is like opposite movement. Just drives my little dyslexic brain cray. All right. I haven't checked my email yet, but I suggested this coming Friday. So I think that might be it. But I promise you, as soon as I hear from him, I'm going to schedule a live stream and I'll make posts. So you guys, I told you about the Tilted Lawyer last week, and Kelly likes the Tilted Lawyer too. And yeah, he's gotten a couple of his facts incorrect. That happens to all of us. He's quick to fix them once he finds out. So he had said he did the mock up trial over the weekend. I'll have to put a link to that in my description too. I always have like half a dozen links in there. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, it is what it is. So Omar is the Tilted Lawyer's first name. And he said, what was it that I was going to share with you guys? He in his mock trial, he questioned the person playing Nicole about her first marriage or being divorced or something. And I've never heard that Nicole had either been married or divorced. And so I was asking you, Kelly, if you knew. My guess is that she hasn't and that he might have just gotten that information wrong. But maybe she has and I just have never heard it. Let's see. Where are we? All right. That should be today or tomorrow. Very cool. Oh, I'm down to listen in on that for sure. I got to catch up. I'm like, what, 10 minutes behind? 11 minutes behind? Okay. Speed read. What is, hey, Katie Bug. um, what is eye-opening to me is that there is a group from across the country, not just the Truckee area, that this has attracted. Well, I think I can only speak for myself. I mean, I'm drawn to Kylie's case for so many reasons, but right away it was the effery with the law enforcement that I on day one that I learned about hers right there. And we all know it took 2 months before they an SF investigates video. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Yeah. So let's see. Bex is on fire. Heart's on fire. Bugaloo. That's a cute name. I haven't heard that one, Mark. It's not letting me pin that message. That's adorable. I didn't really try to do it. I'm not saying it can't be done. It was just my original idea, and I went with time. I have posted a few yoga lessons. I have a few yoga lessons posted. Right. So I've tried to do yoga while talking about true crime. And the thing is yoga takes focus, and part of it is just to like meditate and just really be in the here and now. So for me, it doesn't work. It might work for other people, or to do like what you're saying, Kelly, to do some yoga videos, but mostly true crime. Absolutely. But yeah, you were way ahead of my game. So it's funny when we think that we're the first with something and then we find out we're not. But hey, that's totally cool. I'm not hung up on being the first with things, you guys. I don't want to come across like that. But it's funny when you think that you have a unique original idea and then somebody else has the same idea. And sometimes that's like a synchronicity, like Carl Jung would call that as like the universal unconscious or the universal consciousness, that you're in synchronicity, like not a coincidence, synchronicity.